This is Formula Side Quests, your mostly on-topic Formula One podcast, hosted by me, Kelly,
and me, Shannon.
Hello and welcome to the first ever podcast of Formula Side Quests. I am Kelly.
And I am Shannon.
We have decided to do the podcast because we talk a lot about Formula One and the drivers and everything else to do with Formula One, and quite frankly, I think a lot of our friends and family are a bit bored.
Yeah, so we've decided to inflict it on the rest of the world instead. But at least this way people can choose to listen to us rather than it being forced upon them.
Yes. We are very good friends. We love Formula One. And we will talk about absolutely anything. As this is the first time both of us are doing a podcast, we are literally playing it by ear. Haha, see, I made a listening joke.
That was terrible. Oh. I didn't even get it. You had to point it out to me. I'm afraid I was distracted and then I went, sorry, you made a joke. So that was terrible.
Which basically describes our friendship.
It really does, yeah. And as you can tell from that interaction, we pull no punches. If we agree on a lot of things, especially when it comes to Formula One, but if we disagree with each other, we will directly make that known.
And we do disagree with each other.
We do.
Especially when it comes to Formula One.
Yeah, as you will discover getting on into this podcast.
Yeah. So we're actually going to start this podcast by discussing team liveries.
Do you want to do that again as a take?
No.
Okay.
We'll keep it in.
We'll keep that in as well then. This is going to be interesting. Yes, so we've been planning this for quite a few weeks, and we started playing with it before all the liveries were announced. So we were going to do it slightly differently. But then, life and busyness and whatever, and we've only just sat down to start recording. So all the liveries, as of right now, we've just had the first week of testing. So all the liveries have been revealed and they have all been run on the tracks as well. The other night we sat down with the full intention of writing one list of lanking.
Yes.
I combined ranking and liveries then. Of ranking all 11 liveries and agreeing on it. I would say we managed about a minute and a half before I turned around and went, no, I'm not having this argument with you. We're having two separate lists.
Yes, because you're wrong.
No, it's because you're wrong.
No. I'm right.
I think you'll find that your opinions are stupid.
But what I found interesting is that we kind of had the same kind of ideas around liveries, just, you put them in the wrong order. So
So what we're going to do is we're going to start from the bottom and work our way up.
Yes, definitely.
And we're going to talk briefly, when I say briefly, well, we'll tell you how many cuts are in this at the end. We'll talk briefly about why we've put them there.
Yep.
And why we think the other's wrong. So suddenly it's not so brief anymore.
No, that's not true.
So, Kelly, would you like to lead us in? Who is in your P11 with liveries?
Haas. It's rubbish. It's boring. It's rubbish. I mean, what more can I say? It's pants. That's it.
Wow.
It's not inspiring. There's no originality. It's just black and white.
I'm slightly speechless because I know this is this is revealing a little bit more into what's going on into your list, but it's just black and white, and yet you love Cadillacs.
We'll get to that after, right?
Okay.
I just said there is no originality. This is the same kind of thing we see from Haas time and time and time again.
And this is where I think we probably need to make a point about what leads into what we think are good liveries. And we had this conversation when we were doing the rank.
Yeah.
In that there are two teams on the grid this year that have the benefit of having complete originality and
Yes.
complete free reign.
Yes.
They're starting with an absolute blank canvas.
Yes.
They've never made a livery before. And therefore they've got the ability to wow us. The other 9 teams. Obviously, we've had the team, but they're not in the iteration. Stake, Audi. The other 9 teams that have been presenting us with liveries for decades in some cases have had to find originality, new ideas, something that's going to wow us within the very restrictive bounds of their team colours or their sponsor colours or whatever else might be. Cadillac and Audi have had more of an opportunity to wow us.
Yes.
From originality. So you're saying that Hatt isn't original,
Yes.
but bless them.
No.
As you can tell from this interaction, Hatt is not that far down my list.
Yes, but I think a lot of listeners who, if they love Formula One and have followed Formula One for a long time, like both me and you have, I am not.
We will come to that one day, though, because I think it's going to be a very interesting conversation to talk about how long we've both been watching this sport for.
What is your P11?
My P11 is Ferrari. It's just awful. I can't even. Last year, and I think the year before as well, when they brought down that colour tone slightly, when they took out that sort of orangey redness and brought it into the more deeper maroony scarlet, loved it. Absolutely loved it. We all know that the HP logo is the worst decision that they ever made. And the trouble is when you have a bright red car and you have branding that's blue and white, I understand it's difficult to integrate it. I understand. However, it will. However, Audi have managed to integrate their sponsors perfectly. So, anyway,
we won't talk about
that yet.
Just yet.
But now they've brought the colourway back up to the really bright orangey red that is, quite frankly, offensive to my eyes. And then they decided that rather than trying to integrate their sponsors, that they were just going to create this white blob on the top of it. And then someone conveniently forgot that Lewis Hamilton's helmet always races in yellow. So now we have a fried egg going around the track. It's awful. It's so disappointing. And coming back to my point about how there are 2 teams on the grid that have the opportunity to wow us because they had a blank canvas, and that the current teams really are working within very strict bounds. Yeah, that point still stands. But other teams worked within the very strict bounds and did something quite beautiful with it. Ferrari have made something so ugly. It's awful. I hate it. I'm so disappointed.
Yes, I do agree with you on that. I mean, obviously, it's not my P11. It's not even my P10 or P9. But
no, it's not. God, that's high.
Stick to your own list.
All right, bloody hell.
Right? I think sometimes teams do have to have an awareness of their drivers' preferences as well. I mean, obviously, you can't change Ferrari. If Ferrari is red, Ferrari will always be red. But sticking a white blob on top of red with a yellow helmet, at least we know when Lewis is crashing out.
Oh,
sorry, Lewis.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Ouch.
I do like Lewis Hamilton. I think he's an incredible driver. He shouldn't have gone to Ferrari.
He shouldn't have gone to Ferrari. It's the worst decision he's ever made.
Right, okay. So,
okay. P10.
P10.
Who's your P10?
Aston Martin.
And I will just slide on in here and say so is mine.
Yes.
So we did agree on something.
Because it just, again...
Boring.
It's the same as last year.
Yeah.
There's no change.
No.
It just... And with all of the... Oh my God, Adrian Newey's designing the car, and there's all of this going into it, and all of these people are contributing. Great, fantastic. I mean, we won't talk about that just yet, but did they forget to pay people to actually sort out the livery as well?
Design the car.
You know?
The only thing you can say is that they finally nailed the colour, because the first couple of years of it coming into that Aston green, it was shaky at best. They have now nailed that beautiful kind of chromatic green teal oil slick-esque colour.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is boring. And for me, the absolute no that has put it as far down my list as it is the completely baby blue rear wing from the Armco sponsor.
Yeah.
Last year, obviously, Armco was all over. Am I saying that right? It is Armco.
It's Armco. Yeah.
Or is it Armco?
Armco.
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah. The fuel sponsors.
The fuel sponsors. Last year, obviously, that was still all over the rear wing, and there was a bit of blue in it, but the wing wasn't completely blue.
No.
It genuinely looks like they have forgotten to put the top coat over the base coat.
Yeah.
It stands out like a sore thumb. And then under the lights in Bahrain when they were testing, that green shimmers beautifully. It always has under the lights. But then the camera switches to a rear angle of it, and you've just got this bright blue. What are you doing?
Yeah, it is very disconcerting.
Disconcerting is a very good word.
And as one of my textile teachers used to say, blue and green should never be seen. and Aston have proved that, unfortunately.
As a company that makes some of the sexiest cars in the world, I don't quite understand how we've ended up here, and that's my biggest issue.
Yeah, definitely. All right, okay.
Okay, your P9, my friend.
P9 is McLaren for exactly the same reason as Aston.
My P9 is also McLaren. For very similar reasons to Aston. The only thing that I can say in the positive is that in a strange way, last year they were sort of lacking papaya.
Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Even though it was like fully papaya.
Even though it was fully papaya, it didn't read that.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah. I also think as well that last year with McLaren, it was very much... everybody was talking so much about papaya rules, you kind of forgot what papaya looked like.
Or meant in that
context. Because the car wasn't papaya.
Yeah.
Whereas it is papaya now.
Yeah.
They've got the colour right.
Yeah.
And especially not just with the livery, but with the racing suits as well. The racing suits look really, really good.
Now, the racing suits are lovely. I really like the racing suits, yes.
I just don't understand the diagonal black.
With Gemini in the middle of it.
You know?
Again, you haven't... There seems to be this increasing thing of teams aren't trying, so rowdy, to integrate... They're not trying to integrate sponsors. They're basically giving up and just slapping them on the side like a big sticker. This is not the rally series. Sorry. You don't just slap sponsors on.
No.
And McLaren did this wonderful integration thing. When did they start doing it? Was it 22? With the rainbow...
Oh, on the wheels.
On the wheels. Trims. And that was great. That was really great. But they seem to have forgotten that entire concept and then just went, we'll just stick a big black stripe on it. And actually, if you're going to stick a neutral colour on top of the papaya, it needs to be white. So they need to take a leaf out of Ferrari's book.
That's where they went wrong.
There it is.
Ferrari should have gone black. McLaren should have gone white.
Ferrari should have gone yellow, really. But yeah, anyway.
Well, that would clash with Charles.
No, because he's got a red helmet. So then if you put on the Ferrari livery...
We're not arguing about this.
If you put on the... I'm getting this out. If you put on the Ferrari livery where the white is, they're yellow instead, Charles would look great because you'd go red, yellow, red because his helmet's always red. Lewis would then integrate. I know it's not a Ferrari yellow, it's a Senna yellow. But Lewis's helmet, don't look at me in despair. Lewis's helmet would then integrate...
Okay. Anyway, P8. I've gone for Alpine.
Okay.
I can't. Alpine annoys me so much because of the pink.
I think you just should go, Alpine annoy me so much.
Right, okay. Alpine annoy me so much. What's your P8? No, they do. I can't. And to be fair, if McLaren, Aston and Haas weren't so annoying this year with their liveries, Alpine would have been last. And there you go, that's my take. What's your P8?
That was short and sweet. My P8 is Racing Bulls.
Okay.
I think from a purely boring standpoint, again, I always find with racing bulls that they have every single year now that they've been racing bulls. When they stopped being Alpha Tauri and became racing bulls, they lost a little bit of brand identity.
Then they lost colour.
And then they lost colour. And I think that probably came from the fact that obviously Alpha Tauri inherently has insane branding and insane aesthetic because it's a clothing company or it's a clothing offshoot of Red Bull. So that just led it to have inherently more cohesion.
Yes.
But they became racing bulls, and it was a little bit like they sacked their branding department.
Yes, because they put all their money into the
Max
media.
Verstappen.
I was going to say media department, you know. Poor Liam.
Yeah, poor Liam, yeah. But no, so it's just the lack of cohesion for me. It's very much sort of, it's kind of white and it's got a little bit of blue, but then there's a lot of sponsors all over it, and it's not really, it just feels a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm with you. I'm with you
So
there.
that's my P8. What's your P7?
Well, my P7 is Ferrari because big white thing.
Yeah.
But
it made it all the way up to 7.
Because I like Ferrari.
We don't like Ferrari.
No, we do like Ferrari.
There'll be an entire podcast.
So the white thing, if you take that white strip off, like not physically off the car, but if you take that white off, the rest of it looks good. The rest of it does look good. And like you were saying earlier, you know, they've got that red. They've finally found the right Pantone colour for the car.
No.
That makes it look good.
No, the previous red was better.
No.
That's not what you weren't listening to me at all.
I was listening to you.
I said the last 2 years were so much better than this one.
Well, I haven't changed it that much.
Yes, they have. They've really...
What's your P7?
Williams.
Oh, come on.
I loved Williams' livery last year. I thought it really stood out, despite the fact that it was the 4th blue car on the grid. It was really, really nice. And then Barclays became their principal sponsor.
Yes.
And they decided, once again, that rather than integrating, they were just going to add another blue onto the car. And if you look at the Williams from the nose upwards on a front view, I'm going, oh yeah, oh lovely, oh yeah, no, really nice. And I really like the Williams blue, so really nice, whatever. And then you come around to a side angle and it's just like, oh, someone forgot to paint that bit again, because it's just the Barclays blue. There's no integration. There's a running theme here. There's no integration in the sponsors, and it's just disappointing, because now you've got 3 different types of blue in one blue car, which is the 4th blue team on the grid.
Yes, but playing devil's advocate here, that little bit of blue, because it is a little bit of blue,
It's quite a
the
large
rest
bit
of the
blue.
blue on the car is on the side, just by the the front tyres. You're only really going to see it if you've got a side angle of the car.
That's how we watch the cars the vast majority of the time.
Yes, and as they're going round the track, you can go, oh, that's a Williams.
The sponsors should not be... The positive of the sponsors should not be, oh, it's easily identifiable. If that's how you're pulling a positive for a sponsor, it's the wrong kind of positive. Your P6, madame.
Racing Bulls.
Okay.
They've made 6 because, yes, okay, it is boring, and I understand what you were saying earlier about the kind of the lack of the colour. However, most of their sponsors are colourless. So when you look at Visa Cash app, for example, it is a very black and white sponsor. There isn't a huge amount of colour within them, so they can't really add much colour to their car. But unlike Haas, at least it's nicer to look at.
What a dig.
I don't like Haas.
I can tell.
What's your P6?
Well, that leads us nicely into my P6. It's Haas.
Yeah, I don't understand how it's made that high.
The integration of the GR branding, for me, it was what pulled me into it. Haas are black, white and red. That is their company colours.
Yeah.
And now it is the GR. I don't. You know what? I don't even know the full flipping name of it. It's GR Haas F1 team. But they integrated that GR really nice, and the GR that sits on the like air intake pod at the top of the car, is I really like it. It really has a racing car feel to it, which is where a lot of these other liveries fall down, in my opinion.
Fair enough.
So that's why Haas has made it so high. I would just like to say that I can see from my notes here that I wrote Racing Bulls in P6, the same as you, and then crossed it out and put Haas instead. And Racing Bulls fell 2 places after that. So,
Aww.
there you go.
What made you change your mind? Because I can't remember.
Neither can I.
All right, never mind then.
I don't know. It was like 4 nights ago. We've slept since then.
Oh, God, yeah. Well, not much, but
Well,
yeah.
a little bit. That brings us on to P5. Are we on P5?
We are on P5.
What's your P5?
Howdy.
The fact it's that low down is horrific to me.
Yes, because of the orange, which apparently isn't orange.
It's
as you
not
pointed
orange,
out.
it's lava red. It's
Sorry,
not
it
orange.
looks orange.
It's not orange.
But, that being said, oh my God, that is a sexy looking car.
She
That is
says.
really, really.
And it's in P5.
Yes, because it's not as sexy as the other ones. I really like it. And like we were saying earlier about the fact that this is one of the teams that has had the opportunity to just completely rework everything right from the start. You know, yes, they've kind of inherited a team, as it were, but when it comes to the car, they're coming in right at the right time with the new regulations, with the new car changes, with the new car setups, and they've been able to take that and change how the car looks, how the car runs. And again, what I really like about Audi is not just the car, but the driver suits as well, and how all of the colours are integrated as a brand.
Yeah.
It's just the lava red that puts me on. It does look like a do. Sorry.
Which
That's
is a
why
shame.
it's so low.
Which is a shame because Williams have that sponsor.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah, I'll save further thoughts for when I speak about Audi and my positioning.
What's your P5?
Alpine. So whilst I completely agree with you that the colours are abhorrent, the actual colour it is about like that pink, disgusting.
It is.
The blue's not much better either. However, if my biggest gripe with all of these liveries is the lack of sponsor integration, Alpine have nailed sponsor integration.
Fair enough.
Because the only reason that pink is present, like Alpine branding colours are blue, the only reason that pink is present is the BWT
Yes.
Sponsorship, which they've had for years now, haven't they?
Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah.
And so therefore, in years gone by, they have not integrated it as well, because I remember the first year that car rolled out on track with that pink on it. And I you can ask my parents about this. I ranted for the entire first race of the season. I can't remember what season it was now. It was quite a few years ago.
It literally looked like they'd let toddlers paint it.
It was disgusting. And it was so pink, wasn't it? It was so pink. So much so that it didn't hold any Alpine branding anymore.
Nope.
So the reason that they're so high up is whilst I don't enjoy the colours as colours, I have to take my hat off and give Alpine props to actually making an effort to try and bring some Alpine branding back into the fray and integrate what is objectively an awful colour quite nicely into a livery. So that's why they sit there.
Oh, okay.
What is your P4, please?
Williams. Yes, I know what you're saying about the Barclays, little bit on the side, but it is just a little bit when you look at the entire car. And when you're looking at the entire car, i.e. from the point of view standing in front of it, it's gorgeous. Again, nailed it with the right colour, I don't think you're ever going to get, as much as we love this sport, you're never going to get every single person who watches F1 to agree with one thing.
Oh, God, no.
Apart from the fact that David Coulthard is a babe.
Oh, absolutely.
Everybody agrees that.
Absolutely.
But I think what Williams do is they are always unashamedly Williams.
Yeah, yes, I do. Yeah. I see where you're coming.
The livery always screams Williams. You look at that car, you know it is a Williams.
Yeah.
You maybe watch F1, say a couple of races during the year, you know it's a Williams.
Yeah.
You have people who watch F1, but you don't really watch it. You're just in the background, kind of. You know it's a Williams.
Yeah.
And that's what I love about Williams. That's why they're my P4.
Fair enough.
What's your P4?
My P4 is Mercedes.
Okay.
You actually convinced me and turned me back to it being a little bit. I mean, actually, on this list, it was never lower. It was more when they first revealed, and I was.
Oh yeah,
I was not impressed.
No, you were not. I remember.
And then I think you sent me side by side comparisons of like the last 4 years of livery next to this, and I was like, oh, actually, okay, I can see. I guess because I associate Mercedes so much with the silver, and so much black has crept in, and so much carbon has crept in. I get a little bit disappointed when Mercedes isn't silver. Because up until Audi this year, we didn't have a silver car on the grid. So it always baffled me. Why isn't Mercedes running with the silver?
Yes.
They are the silver arrows. So that kind of was at the beginning a little bit disappointing. But as I looked more into it, I do quite like it.
Yes.
I do like the stripes of it, and I like how the stripes move back into the little silver arrows that you've got on the back. And it does look good under the Bahrain lights.
It does.
I will give you that.
It really, really does.
And I like the little sort of, I don't even know what kind of colourway you'd call it. It's sort of a greeny teal, isn't it?
Yes.
That bit of that.
Yeah.
And how that integrates into it. It's sleek.
Yes.
It's not massively exciting, but the reason that it doesn't tumble any further down the list for me is because it's sleek. And in the whole, have you integrated your branding? Have you thought about it? Have you got a theme going on? It ranks quite high in that. You know who they are.
Exactly.
And they know who they are.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Your P3, please.
My P3 is Red Bulls. The reason why it's number 3 and not any higher is because they changed the blue. And I don't like it. I don't like the lighter blue. What was wrong with the darker blue? Stick with the dark. They have stuck with the darker blue, but then they've added this lighter blue, and I don't like it. And it's too much of the lighter blue. And it's the same with the racing suits. I don't like it. There's too much light blue, and I don't like it. That's why. Otherwise, oh my god, what a gorgeous car! Oh,
I'm saying strategically silent.
She is glaring at me, people. She is glaring at me. I can't do the lighter blue. I don't understand why they have made it more prominent than the darker blue, because the darker blue is Red Bulls for me.
I can't wade in because I'm going to ruin my grading, so...
Yeah. What's your P3?
My P3 is Cadillac.
Mm-hmm.
So again, they were one of the two that had the opportunity, completely blank canvas, give us something new, give us something exciting, give us something that we've never seen before.
And they did.
And they really did. They really did. I'm really initially I was like, oh, that's boring. And then they went round the other side of the car and I went, oh, suddenly it's not boring anymore. Mm-hmm. I was really impressed with the fact that you are, unfortunately, inherently, it's just black and white branding.
Mm-hmm.
Tricky. Mm-hmm. And they made something really, really interesting out of it. It's really different. It's really fresh. It's really new. The only issue I have with it
is it's Cadillac.
Okay, sorry. The two issues I have with it is number one, it's Cadillac.
Mm.
And number two, I saw a post of someone being like, oh, they really looked at the F1 movie and the Apex branding and just went, oh yeah, that'll do. And now I can't unsee it.
No.
No.
They didn't.
No. And they didn't. Like, if you put the Apex car branding next to it, they really didn't. But I don't like American car companies, so I will find any excuse to find a negative on it. So be impressed that it made it as high as number 3.
Yeah.
What is your P2?
Mercedes.
Mm-hmm.
Because, oh my gosh, that was a gorgeous car. And I'm glad I've turned you around on it, because when they first revealed it, I was like, yes, that is everything a Mercedes should be. And everything down to the branding, the way that they've got the colours, it's not clashing. They have everything that you would expect to see on a Mercedes, the stars, the stripes, the colours. The teal is making more of a presence on the car, and the same with the driver suits, and it just looks good. It looks really, really good. And it's going to look amazing going around the tracks. And that's all I'm going to say. What's your P2?
That's all you're going to say?
That's all I'm going to say, yeah.
Maybe we ought to sign off every podcast with, and that's all I'm going to say, after we've just rambled for 50 minutes about... my P2 is Audi.
Okay.
Again, that whole blank canvas thing.
Mm-hmm.
My biggest draw to it, when I saw all of the shots and watched all of the footage of the launch, is you could have picked that straight out of the 1950s.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's got this real vintage heritage motorsport vibe to it, which is what Audi is. Audi has such a motorsport pedigree.
Oh, yeah.
And
it's nice to see them back in Formula 1.
And it's nice to see them back in the top sport. And it just screams to me that before branding was a thing, before this sport was run by sponsors and run by money from places that are morally ambiguous, there was some metal cars with a massive steering wheel and some massively tall but really thin wheels that went wobbling around a racetrack, and people took their lives in their hands to do it. And you look at that car and it just screams this, we were here first.
Yeah.
This Audi livery oozes a...
authority.
Yes, an authority. We were here first. Don't forget, Audi have been here for a very long time, and they are coming back to prove that they have always deserved a spot in this sport. And it just oozes that level of, oh yeah, we're home. And we know it.
Yeah. And to be fair, their entire reveal was just stunning. Yeah.
The way that they brought in all of their cars from previous sport and other elements of motorsport, and they did a real showcase of this is why we're here and this is why we deserve to be here. Not that I think anyone is questioning why they deserve to be there.
Not at all.
But there's just their entire branding now oozes that. And again, that branding integration, they turned to all of their main capital sponsors and went, you can be on the car, but you're either going to be in silver, grey, black or lava red. And every single sponsor went, all right,
okay. Yeah.
That's masterful. Yeah. That is masterful.
Hopefully some other companies can take note of this for the next few years.
HP. And it's just beautiful. And then what you're saying about the race suits as well. The race suits are gorgeous. Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous. It's been a very long time since we've had grey and silver race suits.
Yes.
Because Mercedes race suits have been black for years now.
Yes.
So yeah, I just the entire aesthetic, the entire look. And I think having then the pedigree of Nico Hülkenberg in that race suit getting into that car. Yeah. Oh, we're on for a winner.
Oh, I can't wait.
I really
cannot wait.
I really hope that it's going to live up to the very high pedestal that I have now placed them on, because if Audi aren't P5 or above in the constructors, I will have to cry myself to sleep at the end of the season. So what is your P1?
Well, P1 obviously is Cadillac, because it's Cadillac.
Because it's Cadillac. That's not a good enough reason.
No, it is because one, they have come in brand new, absolute no pickups like Audi have. They have been able to create something don't look at me like that. And not only have they created a team from the bottom up. They have created a livery that is just stunning. It is gorgeous. It is black and white, and it is asymmetric, and it's nothing like Haas. Beautiful.
Just because it's nothing like Haas is the reason that it's good. Is that what you're saying?
No, the fact that it is gorgeous and they've only used 2 colours like Haas, but have created something that is so visually stunning. It's going to look amazing flying around the track in like 9th place. But still, it's going to look good.
At least we know it's not going to be last.
That's very true.
No, I do agree. I mean, Cadillac ranked relatively high for me. So I can't disagree that it's not good.
No, you can't.
It's just not top.
Okay. So what's your P1 as if we hadn't already worked it out?
As if we hadn't already worked it out, my P1 is Red Bull.
Of course.
It's just that shift from matte to metallic probably would have done it for me on its own. It glints, it glimmers, it shines. We have now seen it on track from testing. And I mean, the camera guys knew what they were doing in the way that they were following some of those shots. It absolutely shimmers. And just think about how that's going to apply to all the different types of environments that we get, from the sunshine in Texas to the storm clouds in Brazil to the lights on the Vegas Strip. It's going to be stunning wherever they go. And changing that, I don't even know what it is, like that tiny little point of colour to the slightly lighter blue, possibly even a purplier tone, has just done it for me. Not in the team kit, though.
No.
I will allow you to make that face in reference to the team kit.
Thank you.
The team kit is unfortunate. I don't think the lighter blue is as good on the team kit as the darker blue was. I will be interested to see what it looks like on the mechanics, what it looks like in the the social teams uniform and all that kind of stuff, to see how that translates. Just looking at Isaac and Max in it on the reveal wasn't as keen. However, the race suits, and bringing that lighter blue into the race suits with the dark blue, stunning, fantastic. And then that translates over to the livery as well. And the fantastic thing about Red Bull is that, no, they haven't changed much in the last 22 years?
Yeah, about that.
22 years. It's such an iconic branding that they can mess with it, the tiniest amount that they've messed with it, and I'm still impressed.
I mean, obviously it wasn't my P1, but it's still in my top 3 because, yes, it's a sexy beast of a car. To be perfectly honest, when it was revealed, it was like, oh, why is it shiny? But I think that was the studio lights because, yes, once it's out on track, yes, okay, the cameramen do know what they're doing sometimes. But it looked good.
Yeah.
It really did look good. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. Well, it's going to be interesting to see all of them on track in Australia for various different reasons, but we're just talking about livery now.
Yes.
And
also depending on what the weather is for Australia.
Well, this
obviously,
is it.
Was it last season Australia was a complete washout?
Yeah, absolutely. Pouring down.
So, yeah.
Right, well, that's it for this podcast. Thank you very much for joining in to listen to us ramble.
If anyone did join in to listen to us ramble.
Well, we know our friends and family will because we are forcing them
There's
to.
at least 3 people that will.
Yes. Hello.
Hi.
You know who you are.
Thank you.
So that is it for this episode. Next episode, we will be discussing testing in Bahrain, first week of testing. So we shall see you there. Thank you very much.